The human heart is a battlefield, a constant struggle between desire and discipline, temptation and truth. Every person faces choices each day, to follow what is right or to fall into what is wrong. In this struggle, there is one shield stronger than all others: the fear of God. It is not a fear of punishment alone, but a deep awareness that God is watching, judging, and caring for every soul. This sacred fear becomes a guardian of the heart, protecting it from sin and guiding it toward righteousness. When a person truly fears God, they live with a consciousness that every thought, every word, and every action is recorded by the one who knows all secrets. This awareness builds a moral wall between the believer and sin. Before the hand moves to steal, before the tongue speaks falsehood, before the eyes wander to what is forbidden, the heart whispers, God is watching. And in that single moment of awareness, temptation weakens and conscience awakens. The fear of God does not imprison. It liberates. It frees a person from the slavery of desires, from the illusion of impunity, and from the deceit of the ego. A person who fears God does not need constant supervision, for their moral compass is internal, rooted in reverence, not fear of society. Even in the darkest solitude, when no one else can see, they restrain themselves, because they know that the eyes of the Almighty never sleep. This divine fear is not born out of terror, but out of love and respect. It is the awareness that God's laws are not meant to restrict joy, but to preserve purity. When one fears God, they also love Him enough not to displease Him. This fear turns into discipline, a quiet, unseen force that guards the believer's path. It is like a lamp in the night, showing where danger lies, and like a gentle voice warning, do not go astray. Look at the world around us. Where the fear of God disappears, sin thrives. Corruption grows, lies spread, injustice becomes common, and morality fades into shadows. Without the fear of God, the human heart becomes reckless. It forgets accountability, and conscience falls silent. But where the fear of God lives, even a small act is measured, every word is weighed, and every decision is made with care. The fear of God is the guardian of inner purity, and through it the believer gains both protection and peace. The fear of God also humbles pride. It reminds the powerful that they will be judged, the wealthy that they must share, and the learned that knowledge without humility leads to ruin. It purifies intention, because a deed done without sincerity holds no value before God. Thus, the fear of God turns the believer's heart into a sanctuary, clean from arrogance, envy, greed, and lust, the roots of sin. When the fear of God enters the heart, it changes not only actions but also thoughts. Anger softens into patience, desire turns into discipline, and selfishness transforms into generosity. The believer who fears God walks with a quiet dignity, neither boastful nor ashamed, neither proud nor fearful of people. Their fear belongs to God alone, and that fear becomes their ultimate protection. Even when sin whispers sweetly and the world encourages rebellion, the one who fears God stands firm. They remember the day of judgment, when every secret will be revealed. They recall that no pleasure is worth the loss of peace with the Creator. In moments of temptation, this remembrance becomes their armor, shielding them from falling into the pit of regret. The fear of God is like a fortress around the soul. It guards the gates of the mind, the eyes, the tongue, and the heart. It whispers to the believer, "Be careful, for your Lord is near." And within that awareness lies freedom. Freedom from guilt, freedom from shame, and freedom from the heavy chains of sin. So let every heart seek this noble fear, not as dread, but as devotion. Let every believer pray, "O Allah, make my heart conscious of you even when the world forgets." For the one who truly fears God does not walk in darkness. They walk in the light of purity, guided, protected, and strengthened against every sin. The fear of God does not weaken the believer. It makes them unshakable. It refines the soul, purifies the heart, and leads the spirit toward peace. And in this sacred fear lies the key to moral freedom, the root of all virtue, and the surest protection against the whisper of sin. Please subscribe and press the bell icon to receive notifications of future videos when uploaded.